November 11th, 2022, 11/11/22. And we got our loop going here, and you can see we've had a little CME over here, and then this little blast over there. And let that loop play for a second. Notice some of this inflow too. And I was always wondering what would happen if this inflow was happening at the same time a CME happened. And that's what appears to have happened over here. And I'm going to try speeding this up and see if this works here a little bit more. Now that with it speeded up, you'll see, whoopsie, it's a little too fast. Right about there. You'll see as this erupts, something black in the middle comes streaking back inward. So watch this flow as it goes out, and then right in the middle, something streaking back inward. There looks like there's multiple little objects there that are streaking back inward. And what I'm going to do is we're going to zoom in on this. All right. Now, let's get this all the way out of the way. All right, there we go. Now, hopefully the camera will capture this flow here. But you can see as this emerges, right in the middle here, something comes out and then turns around and goes back in. Okay, and there appears to be other little streaks that go back in too. So there's this main one here in the middle, then this little one back down here. So the eruption's going out, but then there's flow going back in the middle. Hopefully you guys can see that. Hopefully the camera's capturing this. It looks very jumpy. But then there's like a secondary splash. As this first CME comes out right there, then there's a secondary CME. So in the first one, this object appears to come out with it like a yo-yo stop and then come back in. And as it comes back in, it leaves this little white wake, this little white streak right in there. Yeah, this is just the oddest flow. If you guys have been watching this instrument with me for a while, you've known to, see the regular CME, and this one just looks odd. This weird flow, this weird twisting and going back in. All this stuff twists from the bottom and go back in. Stuff from the top twists and goes back in. It's just weird. It all comes out and then buckles in the middle and seems to go back in. So there's that one. And if I can find my arrow. There we are. Let's zoom out of here. Alright. So that was today, the 11th. And now I want to go back a day to the 10th and do a report, since we didn't do a report on the 10th here. And while this is loading up, I'm going to scooch it over to this black and white side a little bit more. I want you to look at the very end. You can see this black object, and it has some white plasma built up on the back side of it right here. And you can see this white ring of plasma built up on the back side of it. So first we'll get to the image, and we'll pause it right about there. Let me zoom in on this. Come here. All right, so let's see the camera over here a little bit more. What I'm talking about is this round black object, and you can see that plasma is coming out a little bit faster than it is, and it's building up on the back side. We have this white little arc of plasma that's built up on the back side of this object right here. And when we back this up here a little bit, it appears that there was two objects. There's a round one here, and you can see our instrument reacting to it. So there's a round one right here, and this round one right here. Then as we go forward, you see how the plasma is built up on the back side of this? Alright, so now, zoom out of this just a tad bit. Put this back into motion here. Come over here. Oh, I was hoping maybe it would pull it over just a little bit more. But there you can make it out at the very end. If we speed this up a little bit faster here, hopefully it picks it up a little bit better. So watch as this emerges, and then you can see this plasma up on the back side of it right here towards the end, exposing the object. So what I was trying to do is get a zoom in on this real quick, because it's funny, right towards the end of this, it appears there's like a little face on this object. It has 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth right here towards the end. So our comet activity has seemed to have tapered off for a second, but these objects are back now, making CMEs. And then we have today's weird CME. Let's go over this, and we'll close out with this one real quick. Hopefully the camera's picking this up. My last couple of videos haven't been all that, the video quality hasn't been that good, so hopefully this time we can pick it up a little bit better. And let's speed it up just a tad bit here, because it's when it's sped up, then you can see this flow, this reverse flow. That's a little too fast. Let's slow it down just a tad bit right there. Yeah, it comes out and then collapses back down on itself. I was watching Wages World, and he saw something on the surface of the sun that looks like plasma returning from space back down to the surface of the sun. Now, a lot of the times these filaments will reach off the surface of the sun, but not way out here, not way out this far to turn around and go back. They rarely get, barely away from this white line before they return to the sun. They don't get way out here and then turn around. I believe it's these objects that are interacting here with the sun. It either got spit out or thrust out, stopped, and turn around, come back in. So I believe that's what we're seeing here, and you can just tell by this weird splash flow over from this CME that this one's just odd. It's just different. It's not the regular flow that we're used to seeing. It has this, it looks like, you see how up here we have this inflow coming in at the very beginning right here? See this inflow? It looks like we have that inflow while a CME is coming out. See that? So I just wanted to bring that to you guys, because all sorts of odd activity been going on the sun, all the comets, all these objects, these weird CMEs now. So every time I see something that's just out of the norm, I got to report on it and bring it to you. So that's it for tonight. That was November 11th, 11/11/22, with this weird flow reversing and going back in, and then yesterday with the double objects over here on the side. So that's it for this report. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all. I miss you all. God bless you all. And until my next video, bye.